Why 90% of American youth could be jobless by 2040, the AI crisis you've never heard of and how to beat it. The next generation is facing a crisis you have never heard of. By 2040, up to 90% of American youth could be jobless due to AI automation, based on projections from reports like McKinsey's, where 45% of work tasks are automated, and MDPI's estimate of 40 to 50% unemployment from AI shifts.
Welcome to Question Everything, where we challenge the status quo and dive deep into truths no one else dares to. Get ready to question everything you know.
Current youth unemployment is already high. In 2025, 9.8% of young Americans are jobless, up from 8% in 2024, with college graduates facing higher rates than non-grads for the first time since 1990. AI is the main driver. Goldman Sachs predicts 6 to 7% of all U.S. workers lose jobs to AI by 2030, but for youth, it's worse. Entry-level roles in tech and office work are disappearing, with unemployment for young tech workers surging 20% since 2022. AI automation impact. WEF's Future of Jobs 2025 report shows AI will displace 85 million jobs globally by 2025, but create 97 million net gain. But youth lack skills for new roles, leading to 30% task automation in US by 2030 per BLS. McKinsey's 2023 report projects 12 million US workers need career changes by 2030 due to AI, with youth hit hardest, 60% of entry-level jobs automated, like data entry or customer service. MDPI's 2025 analysis forecasts AI-induced unemployment at 40 to 50% by 2040, as AI adapts faster than workers, wiping out low-skill jobs and widening gaps for 78 million young Americans entering the market. Economic challenges in USA. The U.S. economy faces massive challenges in 2025, with youth unemployment at 9.8% for those aged 15 to 24, per BLS, up from 8% in 2024, as AI displaces entry-level tech roles, with unemployment among 20 to 30-year-old tech workers jumping 3 percentage points since early 2025, according to Goldman Sachs. Poverty among youth is rising. 37 million Americans under 25 live in poverty in 2025, up 5% from 2024, with 62% of households living paycheck to paycheck, and AI exacerbating this by eliminating 14% of current jobs for younger workers, as per EIG reports showing highly exposed occupations seeing larger unemployment increases between 2022 and 2025. This creates a cycle of inequality. The top 1% hold 32% of wealth in 2025, while youth face $1.6 trillion in student debt, with 43% of borrowers under 35 defaulting at higher rates, leading to delayed homeownership and family starting, with economic volatility from AI projected to displace 170 million new jobs globally by 2040, hitting U.S. youth hardest with 40 to 50% unemployment risk per MDPI. Skill gaps crisis. College grads have 4.3% unemployment in 2025, higher than high school grads' 3.9%, per BLS, because degrees don't match AI-driven needs. Only 41% of employers say grads are ready. In the US, 43% are underemployed, with 20% in non-degree jobs, per NCS, due to mismatch in fields like humanities versus AI skills. PISA scores show US teens rank 25th in math globally, with 30% below basic proficiency, per 2025 data, leaving them unprepared for 36% job growth in data science. Economic shifts. Automation threatens 25% of U.S. jobs by 2030, per Goldman, but youth face 40% exposure, as AI handles 70% of tasks in roles like retail, where 5.2 million young workers are. Global trends amplify this. BRICS nations' AI adoption displaces U.S. exports, with trade deficit at $1.2 trillion in 2025, costing 2 million jobs yearly, mostly entry-level. Youth poverty is rising. 37 million under 25 in poverty in 2025, up 5% from 2024, as AI cuts starter jobs, with 9.8% unemployment crisis per TechJack Solutions. Choosing right subjects. Choosing STEM subjects is crucial. Engineering majors have 326.6% ROI after 5 years, with $100,000 median salaries, per Georgetown University, versus humanities $55,000. Computer science offers 310.3% ROI, with 15% job growth to 2030 and $95,000 starting pay per BLS, allowing debt payoff in 5 years for 43 million borrowers. Nursing yields 280.9% ROI, with $80,000 salaries and 6% growth per BLS 2025, while data science sees 36% increase, $100,000 pay, protecting against 40 to 50% AI unemployment. Guidance importance. Having a mentor boosts success. Students with career advisors are 3 times more likely to choose high ROI majors, per NCS, with 80% landing jobs in field versus 50% without. In US, 70% of MENTs report higher salaries, $10,000 more annually, per Gallup, helping navigate 6 to 7% AI job loss by choosing reskill programs. Career planning for next generation. Career planning for kids must start early. Expose them to STEM through free apps and camps, as BLS projects 36% growth in data science jobs by 2030, creating 168,000 roles with $103,500 salaries. Guide them to vocational paths. Germany's dual system with 70% participation keeps youth unemployment at 8%, versus US 9.8%, so encourage apprenticeships growing 10% in US 2025 with $77,000 pay. Mentor on reskilling. WEF says 61% of workers believe AI UPS skills, so teach adaptability via Coursera, where certifications boost salaries 20%, preparing for 170 million new AI jobs globally by 2025. Roadmap for survival. As an expert, here's your roadmap. First, assess skills. Use BLS data showing 36% data science growth. Test aptitude with free tools like O*Net, where 92% of users find better fits. Choose high-demand majors. STEM has 15% growth to 2030, with 1 million IT jobs unfilled in US, per CompTIA 2025, versus 2% in humanities. Get a mentor. Join programs like Big Brothers Big Sisters, where 92% of MENTs avoid poverty, or LinkedIn's 80% success rate for career advice. Advanced suggestions. Reskill with online courses. Coursera has 100 million learners, with AI certifications boosting salaries 20%, per IBM 2025, and 70% completion leading to jobs. Pursue apprenticeships. US programs grew 10% in 2025, with 93% retention and $77,000 average pay, per DOL, versus 43% underemployment for grads. Start entrepreneurship. SBA reports 1.1 million new businesses in 2025, with youth startups up 15%, funded by $5 billion in grants, turning ideas into income. Hope for the future. The crisis is real, but solvable. WEF predicts 97 million new jobs from AI by 2025, with reskilled youth filling 85% of them. With right choices, 90% employability is possible. STEM grads have 4.3% unemployment versus 13.8% overall, per BLS 2025. You're the future, choose wisely, seek guidance, reskill now. By 2040, you'll lead, not lag. Act today for a thriving tomorrow.
Your opinion is what helps us expand our knowledge. Please share your thoughts on the question we asked and let us know what we should investigate next. Don't forget to subscribe to Question Everything and hit the bell. Stay curious and keep questioning.